Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rufai. Good morning, Victoria Tundu and Mkiwa Abiola.
Good morning.
Yes, you are ready for the week.
I am.
Cool. Now, let's start the review with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, oil theft. Navy seizes 6 million liters of stolen crude from illegal refiners. Buhari mourns over 100 persons killed in Imo explosion. Says it's national disaster. Insists those responsible must be brought to justice. Directs security agencies to clamp down on oil theft. Yes, some results from the operation Dakada Dabarao, which the military launched not too long ago when the president gave them the marching order to track down oil thieves. Yes, but according to this report, by this day, however, there were no report of seized barges and mother ships by the Navy. Unfortunately, that is where most of the theft occur because these are the means by which stolen crude oil are being transported to international market and sold at far below the market price. Yes, while you can track down the liters, the millions of liters which the illegal refiners are using, what about the ones going out in mother ships out of the country? I think until we have that kind of seizure, then we'll say the military, they are doing well. But for now, we'll say kudos for this, but there is more work to be done. But the other sobering news, those lives lost in that explosion of the illegal refinery somewhere in Imo State. Yes, the last time I can visualize something like this was, like you rightly mentioned, Rufai, it was the Jesse incident, which I personally went to cover. And in that case, it was oil thieves who destroyed a pipeline to siphon fuel and left the fuel gushing out. Innocent citizens went there to help themselves like they do whenever they see a tanker falling, whether in Lagos or in Benin. And these innocent guys went there to fetch fuel, and there was a spark, and there was an inferno that engulfed everybody around the area. The area having been very wet with fuel. Yes, Abdul Salam Abubakar got there on time. He wasn't late. It was his statement that was the hoopla at that time, because I remember I was just arriving when his helicopter was taking off from Jesse. It was a statement he made declaring the innocent people, when they asked whether any compensation would be paid, he said, these are criminals. But some of those people who came were innocent villagers who saw fuel gushing out after the thieves have left, and they think they can help themselves with that dangerous situation. And unfortunately, they did not make it. Today, Jesse still feel the impact. The impact of this explosion in Imo, from the report by our correspondent, Ovietimi George, it's not the hundreds we're talking. It's not just 100, but hundreds, perhaps. But very unfortunate that we had the kind of situation that Nigerians lost their lives so cheaply. But who are the promoters of that illegal refinery? The government has said they will get him and bring him or her to book. So let's hope that will be done as the military continue to pursue oil thieves. Now, the Guardian newspaper, World Malaria Day, Nigeria records 200,000 deaths, loses 646 billion naira yearly to malaria. Nigeria, DR Congo, Tanzania, Mozambique account for over half of all malaria deaths worldwide. Country received 176 worth of aid from developing partners to fight malaria, says Adeyonju. No single tool available today will solve the problem of malaria. The World Health Organization experts are asserting, while it is likely current vaccines will eliminate malaria, Digbenro Ashiru, I think Africans should work on this. How we can get a vaccine for malaria, because if malaria were to be a worldwide problem, I'm sure by now there will be some vaccine, but mainly in the tropics, and we are not doing enough to get that vaccine. Now let's look at the Daily Independent newspaper. Foreign airlines blocked funds climb to $300 million. Carriers top lower classes fares, approach black market for forex. No ticket sales in dollar. Nigeria violating BASA agreement. NANTA. Now, of course, an estimated $300 million of foreign airlines operating in Nigeria is being blocked from repatriation, according to the Daily Independent report. So, in the absence of getting foreign exchange from the banks, these airlines are resorted to the black markets, where they buy the dollar for as much as 585 naira, according to the report. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper, despite 4 trillion naira investment, hope dims for Ajakuta steel takeoff. Nigerian low-grade iron ore, a setback. XDG mining cadastre office depends on Guinea for raw material. Project 98% completed. Now, if we look at the photographs on the front page of the Daily Trust, tells a story. Villagers fleeing their homes after bandits invaded Adagba community in Abaji, area council of Abuja. So when I think it was Rotimi who said, there's limits to where you can move around the Federal Capital Territory without police escorts. So these are villagers in Abaji, the outskirts of Abuja, who are fleeing their villages because of bandits' attack. The Nation newspaper, North elders split over PDP consensus candidate. Neves Onongo Ahmed differ. Yes, we felt we should present the two and let them choose between themselves. Onongo. How do you do that? 2 people consensus? Ask 2 of them to go and choose one among themselves? Then Baba Ahmed, who is a very known face, known voice of the Northern Elders Forum, saying candidates' fate should be left to party delegates and voters to decide. The Punch newspaper, consensus plan for Jonathan unsettles. APC, Tinubu, Oshibajo camps. Others kick. Jonathan backers in dilemma over APC's past attack on ex-president. Fear rejection. Aspirants looking for consensus are lazy. Nobody will impose candidate. Tinubu group insisting. VP will emerge candidate. Supporters. Yaya Bello will beat GEJ. That's Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. His campaign council boasting. Now, the Vanguard newspaper, 2023, not divided over power shift to the south. Core not ready to cede power. Source, North may produce APC PDP candidates. North is worse off because of zoning. Suswan, Igbo group storms Abuja, rallies Nigerians for Southeast. PDP must avoid self-immolation over zoning. Ekpotu. Now, according to the source quoted by the Vanguard newspaper, in APC, of the 7,747 delegates, 4,414 are from the north. And as such, they may just be able to swing it for a northern candidate. But again, there's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there's the vice president. Now, foreign newspapers, quickly, the Times of London, Macron vows to reunite France after election win. Yes, Century secures second term as president with projected 58% of votes against Le Pen. Yes, Emmanuel Macron, and in Daily Telegraph, he's saying, I owe you, Macron promises France. While the New York Times, top U.S. officials journey to Kiev to visit Zelensky. Dramatic show of solidarity as Russia continues the onslaught in the east of Ukraine. Ruben Rufai and Tundu.
There's no time.
There's no time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Feni.